Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, just after New Year's, what do we always do at New Year's? We always do our New Year's resolution, or at least in our mind we're thinking, you know what? 2025 I'm going to do this more often, or I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to do this. Well, instead of coming up with one for myself, which I have always got, try and lose weight, try and get to different destinations, try and visit more places, try and visit more people and friends and family more often, etc., I decided, hey, what about a New Year's resolution for other cruisers? What I wish their resolutions would be going forward in 2025. I really hope a lot of people follow these ones. Resolution number 1, hey, I will not walk into a performance 20 minutes after it had started and then walk right to the front and stand there and start looking for a seat. Where am I going? Why are there no seats in the front? I don't understand it. Oh, is there a seat like 18 seats in that I have to crawl over other people? Let me stand here and look around for a little bit in the dark while the performers are singing behind me. Hey, maybe if you show up late, sit in the back where the seats are empty. Or maybe here's a better idea. Don't show up 20 minutes into the performance. That's a great, that would be a great resolution. How about this one? I will let people out of the elevator before I try and get into the elevator. In fact, I won't stand directly in front of the door waiting for it to open. I will stand to the side to allow people to get off the elevator. And you know what? I might even hold the elevator door for somebody and let other people get in before me. Wouldn't that be novel? Wouldn't that be wonderful to see more often on cruise ships? Number 3, I will wash my hands every chance I get. I will wash them going into the buffet especially. I will wash them going to dinner at night. I will wash them when I get back to my cabin before going to bed. All these things because norovirus is on a huge uptick right now on cruise ships, and I can guarantee you if everybody did this resolution, we could cut it down by 2/3 at least. Just a simple thing of washing our hands. There's a great resolution. If you don't do any others, do that one. Number 4, I see this all the time. I will not let one thing going wrong on my cruise ruin the entire cruise. You know those people that you get an announcement saying, oh, unfortunately, due to bad weather and we're at a tender port, we cannot go into this port today. And that's it. No matter what happens on the rest of the cruise is ruined. Everything is horrible from now on. And not only that, they harp on it to their friends, to their loved ones, to anyone who will listen to them. Can you believe we didn't get to go to this port 4 days ago? Can you believe that? Or 9 days ago when we're on a 14-day cruise? Oh my God, like what are they going to do? Why didn't they give us a lot of money for this? Why didn't they give us our money back? Just harp on it over and over and over again to the point where you're just bored and you just want to yell at them to shut up about it because they just can't let it go. Don't let one little thing ruin your cruise. How about number 5? Here's an easy one that most people should be able to do. I will say please and thank you to the crew members. You know what? That goes a long way into making a crew member's job so much easier. But I see people at dining and I see people just at guest services, and they don't say thank you. They, could you do this for me, please? Or I would like to do something, and I was hoping you could help me, please. Or, oh, great, thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it. No, they just say, like, excuse me, do you know what you'd like to have to order? Yeah, I want the steak. Make sure it's medium well, and bring me some extra ice. That's it. No little, yes, I like a steak, medium well. Can you bring me some extra ice? Great, thank you. Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? And just think of how much easier your day is if people are talking to you like that as opposed to just treating you like a servant everywhere you go. I don't like to be talked to as if I'm a servant. I'm sure you wouldn't neither. Number 6, if something goes wrong, tell somebody. It's okay if there's something severely wrong, like there's something really drastic with your cabin, for instance. There's a noise in your cabin that's not normal, and you can't sleep. Tell somebody about it. Go to guest services, talk to them, talk to your room steward. Give them a chance to fix it. Don't wait till after the cruise and then tell everybody you had a horrible cruise because your cabin was noisy, and then they say, oh, well, did you tell anybody about it? Did they try and move you? Well, I didn't. They didn't try and move me because I didn't tell anybody. Tell somebody. 9 times out of 10, they can usually fix the problem to your satisfaction. But if you don't tell anybody, it'll never get fixed. Number 7, I will not try and save 12 seats in the front row for any performance or anything going on the ship. I will not try and hog all these seats because my family or my friends can't show up on time neither. It's one thing to save 1 seat for your spouse or your loved one. It's a completely other thing to try and save 12 seats for your entire family, your entire group that's sailing together. That would be like me going on a group cruise with 250 people and running around and putting reserve signs on 250 seats in the front row saying, sorry, they're all with me. I'm saving them for my group. It's not really any different than trying to save 12 seats between 2 people for your family. Just have everybody show up at the right time. It's usually pretty easy to do. And speaking of shows, you know what? I'm not going to talk all the way through a show. That's a good resolution, right? I'm not going to talk loudly to my neighbor beside me during the entire performance. I'm not going to get on the phone and have a chat with somebody on FaceTime during a performance. Not only that, if I have young kids, I'm going to make sure they're sitting in the seat. I'm not letting them run around on the floor and up and down the aisles during the performance. Yes, I've seen all of it, and it drives me nuts. So there's a great resolution. I'm not going to disturb other people during the show. I'm going to let everybody enjoy it. What a unique concept, right? Number 9, and I'm bringing this up because it recently happened to me on a recent cruise. And I was with some other travel agents at the time, and we were all sitting at a table. And I witnessed somebody talking down to a crew member. It was during a tea service. And there were 3 people running around in this room full of like 40 different tables trying to serve tea and bring biscuits and, crumpets, etc. to all these people. And this one woman walked up to one of the servers and said, "What are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Are you stupid? I've been sitting here for 15 minutes. You haven't served me yet. What are you? Come on, get on the ball." I'm telling you, I literally almost jumped out of my seat and tackled the woman to the floor. I was so mad at her. People just looked at me and my face turned red and I had to bite my tongue because I would have caused such a scene that you would have to call the captain and security because I was livid. I was absolutely livid. I went and I pulled that crew member aside afterwards and I said, "Don't pay attention to that person. That person's a rude, ignorant person." And I apologize for their behavior. And I'm telling you, I kept an eye on that person the whole cruise. And I literally have never wanted to just yell at somebody so much as I wanted to yell at that person at that moment. But I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue because I don't want me on a YouTube video. Look at this guy freaking out on this lady. Oh yeah, that would not be good, would it? That would not be good. But can you imagine? Can you imagine how that crew member felt? Being yelled at in public like that around your bosses and supervisors. And they were doing the best they can. There were only 3 people doing it in like 40 tables. They were trying their hardest and they were running around like crazy. And to be talked to like that, no one deserved that at all. Finally, number 10, here's a great resolution that every single person should always do. I will always travel with travel insurance. I will not take a chance on going on a 3-day cruise and not having travel insurance, because that's the time something's going to happen, and that's the time an injury is going to happen, and you're going to lose a lot of money for the sake of a small amount of money for insurance. I've seen travel insurance that includes evacuation go as little as $100 for a 7-day cruise. With the pricing of cruising nowadays, that's nothing. But I've literally seen bills people have sent me when they have had their air evacuation in the middle of the ocean, or in the, from Japan, from Australia, from Europe, from the Caribbean, from Alaska, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you have one resolution on any of these on this list, make this one the one you do for sure. Always travel with insurance. Well, there you go. That's my cruiser's wish list for having New Year's resolutions for how to behave on the cruise ships going forward. And wouldn't it be a much more pleasant cruise if everybody did this? Imagine always being in a good mood. Imagine everyone washing their hands, letting people on and off the elevator, not talking during shows. It just sounds like too good to be true. Well, let me know in the comments down below. Have you witnessed any of these things? Would you wish this would stop? I've witnessed every single thing on this list numerous times, and especially that one about talking down to a crew member. I don't know how I controlled myself and stayed in my seat. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.